Last time, Black Gate. Before reaching Hook's hideaway, I took the time to raid Batlin's home for some minor loot. Then, I traveled back to Despise briefly, got on the flying magic carpet, and landed just a teeny bit south. On the island was a chest containing some magical leggings, which I gave to Shamino. Then, I went back to Britain and bought a triple crossbow for YOLO, as well as some ammunition. Once I arrived on Buccaneer's Den, I decided to show off how the House of Games works if you're a Fellowship member. Basically, place 100 gold pieces on each rat on the rat race game. 400 gold pieces total will net you a 200 gold profit. Do this to destroy the in-game economy if you want. Once I was done dilly-dallying, I questioned a nag with the cube prism we got back on the meditation retreat. Hook's hideaway is located in the caves. With the cube, I talked to Syntag at the House of Games, who happily gave us a key for the inside. Inside, we quickly found Hook's and Forsky's bedrooms, and we uncovered a scroll listing all previous murders done by Hook, as well as 2 more future victims, Lord British and me, the Avatar. Exploring further, we came across a torture room. We talked to the executioner, a troll, and the 2 inmates. One was Anton, the apprentice to the late Elagner, as well as Sullivan, the master thief who pretended to be the Avatar. After I was done talking to them, I killed the troll, grabbed the cell key from him, and freed Anton. I almost freed Sullivan, but he said he was going to go back to his former life, so I locked him back in his cell. Before leaving, I explored more of Hook's cave in the hopes of finding some treasure. We found a dragon, whom I slew with my Blackrock sword, and a lich, which Arcadian couldn't instantly kill, which I guess shows how much the undead is superior towards daemons. After all that, I took the time to buy the last few spells in the game from Mariah back in Moonglow and with Sir and Vesper, and the part basically ended. Greetings and good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to some more Ultima VII, The Black Gate. Before we go to the Isle of the Avatar and conclude this epic game, which won't be in this part, I'm going to do some last bit of adventuring. Basically, there's one dungeon that I want to visit that is worth visiting. There's a bit of interaction in that dungeon. That dungeon is... Be sure to mark my location here. Orange, Vesper Ship. I also marked it in my notebook. But anyways, we're currently right here, back in U. This is the house where that guy I was trying to find to talk to. His name is Thad. I cannot find him. I don't know what time he arrives at his home, probably in the evening. I might try it at the end of the part. Like, I could just sleep there until he shows up. Other than that, he's apparently hiding in the woods, but I'm too lazy to go find him. The game is almost over. But the dungeon, I believe, is right over here. If it isn't, I'll have to go elsewhere. Yes, here it is. This is... I was expecting Shamino or YOLO to tell us what cave this is. This is Dungeon Shame, or rather Despise. I actually just read this recently, actually a few weeks ago. I forgot to mention. The dungeon names are switched. So the dungeon where that the generator was, is Shame. And this is Despise. Actually, I don't even know. This is Despise, never mind. Despise, this is Despise, and this is Shame. They switched the names, if I'm reading that correctly. And this is a big dungeon. There's also a key here. Oh, we'll take that. I feel like YOLO's bag is going to get really, really full, and we can't put any more keys in it. Wow, okay, right now, right as soon as I said that. What the deuce? Okay. Well, let's give it to someone else then. I guess we'll give it to... I guess Spark will be the key guy now. Here you go, Spark. Don't lose that. We don't need another food bag. Game's almost over. Put that there. And yep, that's it. Swamp boots if we need it, but we don't. Speaking of swamp boots, okay, I haven't forgotten. For some reason I thought I had swamp boots on my character's feet. This dungeon is very much worth exploring. Dungeon wrong and dungeon... Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Strange that did not work. Not going to explore those, because we're at the point right now where the game's pretty much almost over. Treasure is pretty much useless to us, unfortunately. I might still pick them up just because. And we need to do some training. Yellow needs to train quite a bit. 6. So does Spark. He can have strength. Shamino can have strength. Yana's not level 8 yet, neither is Dupre. Usually they're level 8 by now. Ah, that key worked. What is down here? I got a map of this place just in case I get lost, but let's try to explore without it. I don't remember a whole lot about this cave, like how can you remember such labyrinthine passageways like this one? Magically locked doors here and trolls in there. Let's fight the trolls. My sword arm is getting rusty. How about you? Slimes, where'd they come from? I'm too old for this. Yellow says. Can I attack this one? Come on. That it? I'm tired of fighting right now. If we keep going away from that screen, more trolls are going to spawn in. That's no good. Anything in this bag? Ah, food. You know, we'll take it. Though I think Shamino's food bag is going to get rather full really quickly. I didn't show it, but in the woods I was fighting gremlins and I got food from them. One of them dropped a whole pumpkin. I can probably just ignore these bodies. If there's treasure, static treasure, and caves, I'll pick it up. And just toss it in the souvenir pile back at the castle. Castle of Fire. Ah, more food. Sure, I'll take it. Got mutton, beef, ham. That won't fit. Well, shoot. Who's gonna carry food now? I guess I can just ignore it? I suppose I can just ignore it. Maybe I can put the coins in here. That. And, yeah, here you go. Here you go, Dupre. Don't eat that. It's not alcohol, so I think it's safe with him. More food. Sure, I keep forgetting which bag it is, excuse me. Sausages and, beef jerky. I guess that's what it is. Oh, that's not food. That's those are fish bones. Put that there for now. I feel like I just ignore all of this and just walk away. You know what? Maybe I should just do that. Let's walk away. I'm not picking up that magical shield. Let's just fight through enemies and explore. We'll look at the armor, though. Look at armor, look at gold. There's a bell here. How you guys doing? How about you? Ugly trolls. You know, the troll back at the prison in U mentioned that the Guardian is talking to them. They're hearing the voice. So they're probably all... The Guardian's probably giving us a hard time by telling the trolls to kill us. Ah, key. Definitely take that. Spark. That's not the key bag. This is the key bag. That's invisibility powder right here. We're not going to take that. Not going to take the food. And even if we run out of food, we can always just create food. And there's gold bars. I'm not going to take that. What are we going to buy? All I can buy is reagents, and I think we have enough reagents for the rest of the game. More slimes, how about you? Now, how we take out slimes with just our weapons? I imagine Dupre's weapon is more effective against slimes. It's fire. Oh, this area sucks, by the way. I just remembered. For some reason, I remembered. Because you go up, down, left, right. Enemies keep spawning in. And you gotta corral your guys together. It's really, really messy, as you can see. Okay, no more guys, no more fighting. Take this, Shamino. Stop missing. I thought you were an expert marksman. You're a ranger. Now, very slowly, we'll go to the left. Like I said, I got a map of this place, just in case we get lost. And I'll explore most of it. I don't know if this is going to be an extra part, as in, it's going to be a short part, or it's going to be like an hour. I have no idea. I'm just going to explore this cave and do some training, and get ready for the final encounter. So I'm pretty sure this is it, and the next part's going to be the last. Ah, skeletons, how about you? Who's your necromancer? Who summons you? There's probably a lich in this cave. You know, I love liches, I love undead, wraiths, revenants. skeletons, vampires, and all that. Can we open this? We can. However, I never played a Lich in one game, Wrath of the Righteous, yet. I played a demon, and I played a little bit of an angel of all mythic paths. Mainly because, I mentioned this before, that I like to play fighters and rogues or a combination of basically any martial class with no spellcasting abilities. And Liches are all spellcasters. So you can be a non-spellcaster in that game, but it's not recommended. If you get a debuff in Act 5, which lowers your to-hit chance by 20%. Which is not good if you're a martial class. So, in that respect, I only play a Lich or a spellcasting class. We don't have a key for that. However, we could probably use telekinesis on this. But I won't play a spellcasting class if it's like a necromancer or something. Spiders. Where there are spiders, there are bugs. Not here, but in real life. That's a bag. What's inside? Those are lucky arrows. Or love arrows. We don't need those. The first ones we've seen in this game. Are there any keys nearby? Or is there just more enemies and death around the corner? Spider webs. Not a whole lot, my goodness. Let's flip this switch. It's a little annoying in editing. These are really loud and I have to lower the volume. Having to find it in the editing software is a little bit annoying. I'm going to use telekinesis on that. I don't know what it does. Might be a bad idea. That is a bad idea. Let's flip that again. A bag? Who's dropping these? Ah, reagents. Let's take the whole bag, actually. Because there's a reason for that. I forgot how this area works. I mean, it might be for a quest, I mean. I see skeletons. I don't know if you did. That's okay, they'll fall before our might. How about you? Huh. Battle's still going. Combat. Ah, it's a scorpion. How about you? Rest in peace. Ah, key. Oh! The mage. Take him out, Avatar. My goodness. What does he have? He's got gold. Well, he can keep that. Oh. I don't know if you see that. That'll put us to sleep. No? Spark has the key bag. It's a mage's quarters. Well, he went down pretty easily. There's also a chest here. Invisible one. Which doesn't have a whole lot, but I'll go ahead and use this on... I'm leaving. Ah. Avatar. They think we're stealing. This happened in the original, I remember. Alright, I suppose thou hast learned thy lesson. I shall rejoin. Yeah, that happens. I remember that happening in the original. I was eating food straight out of the container, like that. I'm gonna reload, too. Just cause... just to stay with the theme. I almost forgot about that, but as soon as that happened, I remembered. Basically, like I said, if you consume items straight from the container, your companions don't like that. They do not like that at all. And how Dupree left like that is how he leaves. He sees you stealing in towns and such. I remember that in the original. I was starting eating food straight out of the container in a cave. Doesn't make sense, but your companions will leave if that happens. Or, what the heck? Why is this back up? Yeah, that's how it works. Nope. Telekinesis. Very, very handy spell. Very handy. But other than that, that key should open this? No, it didn't. Where is the key? Well, I have no idea, so we're just going to explore a little bit more. I guess go south. We already... Oh, I walked over the cow chops. Didn't do anything. I guess we're just that strong. We have a lot of defense. Let's try south. Maybe one of these skeletons has a key. Maybe this spider has the key. Spider does not have the key. Magical axe. A club. And, magical arrows. Or crossbow bolts, excuse me. Put that there. None of it helped out these dead adventurers, though. There's nothing here anyways. Like, why did I even open that? There's no map of this place. Keep those skeletons trapped in there. Where else in the cave should we go? I don't even know. We already explored that part. There's nothing down there. Okay, we need to go back to the entrance, so let's do that. Or we can go through here. However, this may not be the way, but just in case. Alright. Oh my goodness. Ah, Anna, no. Oh, darn it. My goodness, fire, bad. Fire, bad. Thankfully, we can resurrect, though. Now she's back in her usual spot. We gotta be careful. We're low on magical points. Speaking of which, so low that I don't think we can cast Unlock Magic on this door. Yeah, we can't. Arcadian, I have no hope in you restoring my magical reserves. Well, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, because I am feeling rather lazy. Very, very lazy. Let's do this again. Export. This time save and see if we can just hurry. Cast this. There's a lever here. Is it an important lever? I don't know. Nothing special in there, but I'll flip this. I don't know what it does. Guess I open that. It's probably a good idea to heal, right? I don't think we're gonna make it through that fire. I'll save just in case, though. Ah, perfect. All right, I need to go back to the entrance, so let's do that. And we're back. I'm gonna try to go right. I think this part will be actually a bit longer than I thought, which makes sense. But this dungeon is slowly coming back to me. Ah, ooh. Is that the key? I'm tempted to go back and check that out. I probably will. There, and I think Yana can take the potions. Because she's the healing lady. And Dupre, you can just put the reagents here, I guess. Why am I not taking this? You'll see. You'll see. There's a little bit of a quest here. I don't want to spoil it too much. Okay, let's go back to where that door is, and if it's not the right key, I'm just gonna reload this part. Open for me. No, it's not the key. So now I'm back here, and we gotta keep exploring. We are ultra low on magic. Oh, what the deuce? Hey! Ah, this place sucks. Now, how do I... Only happens once? Okay, there's a skeleton here, so let's take it out. Send it back to the grave, where it belongs. Just one enemy here, nothing important. Ah. Shamino, take all that. That fit there? How much do we have here? They're both 100. They are both 100. The gold can stay. That's for the next adventurer. What the deuce? What the deuce? I don't have any magic, so... Huh? Did that not work? Or did I give it to the wrong person? Oh, I guess it just goes away once you click out of that. So I wasted one of them, but that's okay. Worst comes to worst, I can just rest for about 12 hours and restore my magic that way. But this looks like a dead end. No nothing here. So I will go south, because we already went north and we came from the west. A lot of trash here. That's disgusting. This place probably really smells. Caltrops, beware. Let's move those. This dungeon is rather big. What the heck? Teleport. This is one of the downsides to Ultima dungeons. There's teleportation. And it's random. It's like developers want to just give you the middle finger. There's probably a secret wall or something. Oh, those are caltrops. Ah, my goodness. Now, how come I can't go down here? The teleportation happens right here, right? Yep, it does. Now, how do you get past? Is there a... Oh, very interesting. What do I do? There's a secret path somewhere around here. I just don't know where. Can we go through these walls? If we go any further south, we're gonna get teleported back up. Ah, hello. How you doing? It's a little bit up. This is where... this is where the game gets tricky with some dungeons. Really, really tricky. Secret passageways. There's like no indicator that's... You just sort of gotta know that this game has secret passages and just sort of hug everything. We have a key for this? No, we don't. And we cannot pick the lock. Cannot pick... This isn't Skyrim. We need a key. So you need a key for some locks. Let's go this way. If memory serves, there's nothing off to the east, but there are headlesses here, or panthless ones, if you want to call them that. I'm not going to loot their bodies. It's always good to look, just in case, because you never know. Not in Ultima VII. I think south. I think not south. I think west. Dupre's really hurt, but I'm gonna just tell him to suck it up and just keep moving. I think this is the right way. I see headlesses. They don't see us, but they probably sense us somehow. They have no ears, they have no eyes. So how do they sense? Magic? It's a magical world. Let's put this up here, because I don't plan on going to the north. I don't think that's the right way. I'm going by pure memory here. I'm only referring to the map if I get absolutely stuck. Also think someone got hurt a little bit. Keep going west. Oh, that's likely a ghost. I saw someone say help, help. Yeah, let's keep going this way. Oh, no, there's a rat there, munching on food, garbage. I saw a bag. Can't reach that spider, guys, so just ignore it. There's just food in here, we don't need that. Why would you want to eat food from a bag? Been in here forever. It's like those turkeys and walls in Castlevania games. You don't really think about it, it's just a health up item. But it's like, what if you're actually there and you found food in the wall? You would just eat it off the ground? You guys need to speed it up. I got places to be. This game's almost over. I'm really excited to play some... Oh, who's that? That's not an enemy. You press combat, you won't attack it. That's an NPC. You see a mage with a peaceful look in his eyes. Name? The mage stares at you a moment. Art thou from the Britannian Tax Council? No. I like thee already. I'm Garik Almat. This is the guy we're looking for. Job. I am and always have been a mage. I was down here trying to locate what was amiss with the ethereal waves. But they seem to be alright now. You were in the wrong cave. We were way off. It's way off to the east. Ethereal waves. My magic was not working. I attributed it to a disturbance of the ethereal waves. I had to find out what was happening, so here I am. Mage. I usually live in the mountains, but I am lost in this dungeon. I think that closes the conversation a little bit, so let's ask him about Brother Wayne. Yes, I remember him. He is lost too. Dost thou know he found his way out? Give him my best when thou dost speak to him. We're not going to go find him. Tax Council. Grr, they are a thorn in my side. They have been seeking me for the past 3 years. I neglected to report a certain amount of income for reagent distribution, and somehow they found me out. By the way, if thou shouldst ever care to visit me in the mountains, I can sell thee reagents at reduced prices. That's good to know. Actually, I don't even think anything comes of that. Lost. I came down here to find the source of my problems. My crystal ball told me that it was in a dungeon, but did not say which one. This is my first dungeon expedition, and now I am lost. Yeah, you're in the wrong dungeon. You explained to Garak that the tetrahedron generator is located in Dungeon Deceit. Correct idea. Wrong dungeon. No, deceit, not wrong. Though that's probably not what he means. Way out. Dost thou know the way out? I do. You tell Garg how to get out of the dungeon. Why, it sounds so simple. My marbles must be losing me. I thank thee. Now I must be on my way. In fact, now that I know the way, I can use what little magic I have going for me to teleport. One must know the direction thou art traveling if one wishes to teleport, indeed. Say, for helping me, wouldst thou like to have some useless reagents? By useless, I mean they are useless to me. They are probably perfectly good reagents. Thou art welcome to have them. Dost thou want them? Sure. Good, one less thing I have to carry. You watch as Garg turns, intones a spell, and vanishes. Farewell. Luckily he had a well next to him, though I don't know how he can get the water out of it, but that's it. This is the dungeon. That's who I wanted to talk to. Though you can't tell him what dungeon the generator is if you haven't explored it yet. And he's not as sane if you don't take out that generator. But we're done here. I'm going to organize my inventory a little bit. We got some reagents from him. I guess this is all he gave us. That he gave us 7 ginseng. And I forgot, basically, I forgot that I kept this bag here that I'll put on the ground for now. Because I wasn't sure how this quest worked. I've only done this once. I wasn't sure if you needed to find reagents for him. Though you just need to talk to him, tell him the way out, and he'll thank you and he'll leave. And you won't see him again, I don't think. Even though he says, hey, find me in the mountains and I'll sell reagents to you. I always have a habit of double checking if that's the case or not. Anything else? No. Did it go in YOLO's bag? No. That can go there, though. Double check real quick. But I think we're good. Yeah, I think we are fine. YOLO or Shamino. When I gave you this arrow, I meant put it in your quiver, not your backpack. These NPCs, man. Okay. Well, let's heal up if we can. I think next, I'm going to try to go back to that house to see if I can talk to that guy. In fact, I just realized something. Oh, I didn't mark my location. Darn. I should have marked my location outside the cave. I forgot to do that. So I have to walk all the way over there. I don't want to, but thankfully for you, you won't have to see it. Ah, Lord British, you can heal me. Let's take a little break from adventuring. We took some serious damage back in Dungeon Shame, is what the game calls it, though. Like I said, I read about it, and apparently the dungeon names are switched, or the dungeon layout is switched, rather. A little confusing. But we didn't explore all of Shame. I'm just going to call it Shame. I just want to meet that NPC. Because like I said, dungeon exploration isn't very... I don't feel like it's exciting. If it is for you, great. I don't think it is. I don't hate it or anything. But the whole reason to explore dungeons is to fight monsters, get some experience, and gather loot so you can buy spells, reagents, weapons, armor, and all that. Food. And we have everything we need. We are rich. And we have a grinding spot with the dragons and all that. But anyways, let's go find that guy. And by you don't have to see it, you have to see me walk all the way over here. I really need to take more advantage of the marker recall, but I just sort of forget. The guy's not here, though. So I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm just going to sleep in this bed for about 3 hours. Alright, 6 in the evening. Now, where is he? Is he here or not? 6 o'clock. Is he around the woods? Maybe he's just not in the game. Maybe he just disappeared. Maybe it's broken. Maybe it's an Exalt thing. Gotta stop blaming Exalt for anything. How about 2 more hours? Or let's do 3.
Yes, my friend, rest and heal.
Oh my god.
So that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
There he is. We took his bed, so I guess he decided to just sleep on the floor. Well, hopefully that doesn't break anything, so let's wake him up. Hello, sir. You're a hard man to find. Eyeing you carefully, the man before you takes an aggressive stance. Looks like a highwayman. Nice mask. Eye mask. Name. He stares at you for a moment. That is my name, my lord. Job? Job? I have not the time for a job. I am on a quest to rid this land of that which plagues it. What plague are you speaking of? Surely thou hast heard of the Fellowship, a most foul and evil organization. Ah, I like you already. It has even infested the lovely forest of you. It has. I know the land, but not the people. There is nothing useful I have to tell thee. He appears thoughtful for a moment. Perhaps I can aid thee a bit. I do know that there are 2 hunters who sometimes frequent this area. One, a woman, carries a spear. The other is an archer. That is all I can tell thee. We've met them. What do you know about the Fellowship? Do you know as much as we do? I know little about their practices, but I do know they live outside the bounds of moral decency. They have kidnapped my beloved sister Millie. We know her, the woman back in Britain, recruiting for the Fellowship, and have cast a spell of enchantment. Now she lives as they do. I have vowed to remove this wicked spell and will slay the entire organization should that prove necessary. Thou also hast taken up a similar cause, I expect. Yes? Yes. Excellent. He shakes your hand. Thou art indeed a worthy warrior, my lord. Quest. I have devoted my entire life to this. Nothing will get in my way. Not even Batlin. And what do you know of Batlin, that corpulent fellow? He's the leader of the accursed organization, the Fellowship. And that is all he has to say. Unfortunately, he's not a recruitable character, even though that'd be pretty darn awesome. Bye. May thine endeavors reach fruition, my lord. If I wanted 8 companions after Yana, it would be Saramed and Thad. But we're done here. That's who I wanted to talk to. I actually wonder if Millie has new conversation, so I'm going back to Britain. I find it amusing that these guys still come to the Fellowship meeting even though Batlin's gone. If you talk to them, ask how I've seen Batlin. He has not shown up for the Fellowship meeting. Yes, Avatar Candace says, Good day. I wonder where Batlin could be. It's not like him to miss a meeting. Normal conversation. And there's Millie. Millie looks perturbed. Batlin has never missed a meeting before. What does he expect? Does he want me to run the meeting? And regular conversation. Ah, there is a new dialogue option. Thad. Millie rolls her eyes. Thou hast met my brother, thou poor thing. He is really a candidate for the asylum, I would say. He believes the Fellowship kidnapped me and charmed me into following them. Well, I joined of mine own free will, without a second thought. And it was a pure lark. No one coerced me. Thad can go hang, but he's your brother. Mama always said he was the impulsive one in the family. And that's all she has to say, whether you believe her or not, and she probably did join of her own free will. Though that doesn't make them any less seedy, the Fellowship, any less evil. I shall see thee later, maybe even at tonight's Fellowship meeting. That's where we're at. But not done yet. We're going to do some training. So the Avatar's level 8, so's Yolo, so's Spark, so's Shamino, but not Yana. She's close. And not Dupre, but he is close. Which is a little odd to me. I thought whenever I play this, I'm usually at a higher level. Usually 8 and 9, even 10, I think. But I think that's because I explore everywhere, excuse me. I'm gonna sleep in Batlin's bed for about 12 hours.
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
These guys stayed all night. It's probably a good time to eat because we are starving. I really like this music. This game has really, really good music. Let's organize our dudes and feed them to full. No thank thee, no thank thee, no, 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 and no. Let's go back to Vesper. It was the orange stone, right? Yes, it is. I'm not even gonna check. I know it is. There we go. Now, I had problems getting on these steps earlier. Because for some reason I thought, go sail to Britain when I could just cast help. There we go. But Dupre was going around the railing. It was like right now. I was having problems getting him on here, so hopefully this won't take too long. That's... Oh my goodness. Dupre, just get on here. I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to get on the ship. If I can, and maybe he'll pathway here. Yes, he will. This game surprisingly has good pathfinding, though it might be an Exalt thing. I remember watching a Let's Play of Ultima VII a long time ago. And in DOSBox, they were having problems, the NPCs, getting on the chairs on the ship. I'm going to do some training, so that means I have to go to Serpent's Hold. Alright, we'll just have everyone learn strength, even YOLO. I think dexterity measures how fast you hit. Combat measures how accurately you hit. He's got max combat, so he can't learn dexterity unless that trainer only trains dexterity. And I think that's not the case, but it's not a big deal. Minion. Job. Train. I don't know why you have to work trainer as a trainer at 3, but oh well. YOLO. Okay. Train again. YOLO. Train. Spark. Train. Shamino. That should be it, right? Oh. Right. Since he's maxed out on combat, it just gives him +2 to strength. Spark is maxed out, combat-wise. Shamino's been trained. And, okay, let's try YOLO again. I'm sorry, but thou dost not have enough practical experience with weights to train at this time. Perhaps in the future, when thou art ready, I could train thee. Interesting. Well, I think at this point, and I can't even remember, I think I just put the remaining points in, like, intelligence or something like that, just to get rid of the training points, but I'm not going to even bother doing that. I'm just going to go back to the ship. We were very close to finishing this game. Do I need to dump off any stuff off? This part of the LP, oh, it's been 50 minutes. Man, for some reason I thought the dungeon would take like 20 minutes, foolishly. How much money do we have? 3,200. Let's check our inventory. We're going to prepare for the final battle. YOLO is good. Spark now has that bag for keys. Shamina has plenty of food and plenty of magical arrows. That's good. 220. 244, it seems like. 34. That's plenty for the final encounter. YOLO has 79 there. He's also carrying some for him. Dupre is also carrying for him. 20, 100, 23. Stack that. And he has 29 there, so we'll give him 21. Max that out a little bit. So that's plenty. Though if I think I give him the triple crossbow for the entire dungeon, he'll just blow right through it. I'm going to save it for the final encounter. And watch me forget, too. But it looks like we're done. It's 4 in the evening. No one's hungry. So let's go back to the ship. I'm really excited to be playing a Serpent Isle. I think the last part I'll do maybe a fun little intro montage or something like that. Just to conclude this epic game. But when we come back, in the next part, we will assault the Isle of the Avatar, find the final dungeon, explore it, kill any enemies we encounter, fellowship or otherwise, and stop the Guardian from entering Britannia.